Hey guys, it's Matt Lindberg, PGA teaching professional here at the practice station, and today we're going to talk a little bit about how I use the different tools at the practice station to do a proper game assessment so we can build an actual improvement plan to help you with your game. So a typical on-course game assessment at the practice station, we're going to play 6 holes. I'm going to let you play the first few holes and bring the game you've got to it. The next few holes, I'm going to kind of introduce the scoring system that we'll go over here in a little bit and help you caddy around the golf course. We're going to start to work on some of the technique ideas or tension ideas that you might bring into the golf course to improve your game. And we're going to set up an improvement plan for future coaching sessions on how we're going to get Cyrus or anybody to their golfing goal. 8 handicap wants to get down to a 3 handicap. We're going to have to do a little bit of work out here on the course, and we'll develop an improvement plan to make sure that you get there. Perfect. All right, so let's hit this next shot.
We are looking at the scorecard that I use in the game assessments, and it's going to allow me to build a purposeful practice routine and also a improvement plan for that student. For the game assessment, we're going to use the level 1 card always. On the top line here, entering the scoring zone 100 yards in regulation. Hole number 1 for Cyrus was a par 4. And he hit his drive to about, I think it was 125, 130, and then he hit his second one on the green. So he was able to do that in 2 shots. So he gets a check. Now, if the second part of the game is, once you're in the scoring zone, can you get down in 3? And on this particular hole, Cyrus 2-putted. So he was able to get down in 2, so less than 3, so obviously he's getting a check. He did have 2 total putts on the hole, and for a score of 4.
Alright guys, so this is going to be Cyrus playing his second hole. This is obviously a par 3. On that first hole, they had a good hole, made par, so we'll see how he does on this par 3.
Alright, so Cyrus's second hole, long par 3, and he was able to get inside of 100 yards in 1 shot on that par 3. And then Cyrus was also able to then get down in 3 shots after hitting a great bunker shot and then 2-putting. So he was able to make a bogey, and he still got all checks.
Alright, so now that we've played a few holes and I've really stayed pretty quiet, just kind of watching Cyrus play golf, now I'm just going to start to ask him a few questions, kind of figure out what he's thinking about, where he's aiming, questions like that, just to try to figure out more about his game and what he's thinking when he's on the golf course. We've got a short par 4 here, pretty open down there. You've got driver. Kind of tell me, where are you thinking about for your aim?
Yep. So I'm going to try to fade it in to the right a little bit, just so my next iron shot into the green is between the bunkers, and then I have a better look at the pin.
I love it. Let's see it. So it's just going to be super important to talk about that stuff with Cyrus. He's trying to get from an 8 all the way down to a 3. It's really important that I understand what he's thinking about and that he's executing the shots that he's trying to hit.
Yep, so I do have my sand wedge. I'm going to try to actually place it right in the middle of the green. Hopefully it rolls a little left.
what clubs do you have here, and kind of maybe explain why you've got the two different clubs.
Yep, so I have my sand wedge again, if I need to flop a shot and filter it to the hole, depending on my lie, what we're about to see here. And then I also grab my 7-iron in case I need to do a little chip and run.
And the third hole, Cyrus hit a great tee shot and was already inside of 100 yards after his tee shot on that par 4. However, he was unable to get down in 3. It took him 4 shots to get down because he pulled his approach iron shot and landed him into some trouble. So if you see here, he still made a bogey, but he gets an X on his scoring zone part of his card.
Alright guys, so I think what we're getting at here is this is gonna show you a shortened version of the assessment that we typically do. I want to see you get on the golf course. I want to see your game that you're bringing to the course every day, and we're going to assess it with a scorecard. We may work on technique. It could be, your thinking around the golf course. When we bring the golf course into play, we're looking at everything. We're looking at your tee shot, your iron game, your chipping, your pitching, your putting. So we're kind of showing you a little bit of how that works. But again, this is going to be a shortened version of what's going to happen when you come for a game assessment.